around. I want, patients to tell us they want to feel younger and vital again. And how do they start? That's what our workshop's going to be about tonight. Now, I'm Dr. Matrin Furlong. I'm a practitioner at Pettis Natural Healing Center. And I'm a holistic practitioner and also have a doctorate in chiropractic. Now, with me tonight is an expert in his field, and that would be Preston Pettis, holistic strength coach. Preston, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
First off, you can see me fine, right?
I can see you. Yep, you're looking great.
Doctor?
Yep.
You can see me?
Totally.
Okay, you were blacked out, but I could hear you. I just couldn't see you, so I wanted to make sure everything was working all right.
That's great.
My name is Preston Pettis. I've been a personal trainer for about 18 years now. 12 of those were at Lifetime Fitness. A lot of people have heard of that place. I got a ton of different certifications after my name that wouldn't be relevant to most people, but I consider myself a lifelong learner, passion in health, fitness, nutrition, and what's called biohacking. I love to learn, and I love to share what I've learned with people who are ready to hear it and learn how to function at a higher level.
Yeah, and just what you're saying is the patients that we share absolutely love your services. They can't say enough about what you do. So basically, our patients have reported a lot of deconditioning with all this stay-at-home stuff, and they're tired and out of shape, and that's what's happening in their lives. Are you hearing anything similar with your clientele that you're working with?
Yeah, I do. I've reached out to quite a few of my clients, and they're saying the same thing, that they've run out. They've kind of fallen out of their normal rhythm of life. They're not coming to see me like they were in the past, and they're kind of getting sluggish and getting behind. So, motivation is one of those things that people kind of search for, that it's almost not a real thing. Like, people who get things done, is not like they're motivated. They just made the decision that they're going to do it. So I got to change the mindsets around, rather than search for this motivation, just figuring out when and what they're going to do and sticking to it.
That's good. So, so I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here today with us, because I say our patients have been sharing this. Now, we just would love you to share some of your wisdom, maybe, at home, some concepts to start to get the ball rolling. This motivation piece is absolutely huge, and that's it's probably a large part of what you do. But hey, can you tell us about a little bit of we started this out with the concept of tightening and tone, but you had some great things you talked about today concerning all that. So do you mind just sharing us a little bit more with what's happening with how you can how people can help themselves?
Yeah, well, I strongly feel that there's no better time than now, that you can control some of the things that you can control. There's a lot in our life that we can't control right now, but one of the things we can control is what we're doing on a daily basis. And most of the time, people are less, there's less places to go. They're not as busy as they think they are, but they can spend some time for themselves. And there's no time better than right now to stimulate your body in a way that it's not used to. One of the ways that I have done personally is just found a way to spend more time outside. And a big habit that I have a lot of my clients do, if possible, one of the first things in the morning is to get outside and let your eyes see sunlight. And I've had people just do that, not even increase activity levels, just do that, and they've lost weight, which is crazy. Wow. That's great. Strictly from getting your own circadian rhythms to work better, which happens from getting sunlight, especially in the morning. So if you can let your body adapt more to its natural timing of life, the morning is one of the best times to do that. Another easy way to stimulate, what I've done is stimulate my body in a different way, is to do some cardio outside. I tend to focus more on strength training and lifting. But with this extra time, and a lot of my clients who can't go to the gym, and most people can't go to a gym right now, they find a way to do more cardio outside, from hiking to walking, running. One of my favorite ways to do cardio is a very low stress way of doing it, which is nose breathing cardio. You go out and you run, maybe walk, run, and breathe through your nose the whole time. And once your heart rate gets up to a point where you need to breathe out of your mouth, you just slow down. Yep. So that takes the stress out of it. It helps reduce stress, helps build a base. People like to hear this. It's a high fat burning mode. And it doesn't increase more stress.
So I was teasing you earlier when we talked about this, that my old dog is a perfect person to go walk with because she keeps me at that pace all the time. So that's great. Yeah. But I believe that nose breathing, that's a fabulous concept to use.
Yeah, and you'll notice that you'll slowly be able to get faster over time and not have to breathe more out of your nose or out of your mouth. Oh. Well, you'll be able to gauge improvements off of your distance and how fast you go, and the heart rate still stays down by keeping breathing out of your nose. I'm also a big fan of interval training. It's a good time to get into some interval training. Typically, an easiest way to interval train is you just go slow, double the time you go fast, right?
So maybe break that down a little bit. What is interval training that people might understand that? What's that mean?
So let's say I'm going to go out for a little jog and I'm going to run fast for 30 seconds and then I'm going to walk for a minute, right? I'm going to run fast for 30 seconds and walk for a minute. So you go slow, double the time you go fast.
Okay, that's perfect.
You run for a minute, you walk for 2.
Yeah.
And you build up that way by running faster in that short amount of time or just increasing your distance.
Yeah.
But you recover every time. You let your heart rate spike up and then you recover each time.
That's perfect. Wow, that's great. Boy, thank goodness this stay-at-home thing's happening during this spring weather here in Minnesota. Dead winter would have been a little more challenging to do some of this. So I think you're right on with what you're saying. Get outside. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Another one we talked about earlier today was that nitric oxide dump.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Look this up. If you type in Dr. Zach Bush, he talks about what's called a nitric oxide dump, and it's just a short time of moving. I tell people to do it outside in the morning. It's only like 3 minutes. If you type that in, you watch a little video, it'll give you, I think it's 4 exercises, and they're simple exercises, but all you're doing is spiking your heart rate in an easy way. Like anybody can do it at any age, and they can be tweaked to not be as difficult. And nitric oxide is basically what goes in your veins and helps your veins open up to allow more blood flow and more oxygen. And you'll even feel a little tingly afterwards, but you feel fantastic after that.
So when you say spike your heart rate, I'd say a patient's heart rate might be 60 to 70 at just resting a lot of times. It depends on the individual. Spiking means what, up to 100, you think? 120? Do you have any feedback on that one?
Well,
or just do something to get breathing hard. Is that what you're saying, or what?
Yeah, you'll feel your heart rate get up, and you'll feel your start breathing hard. It's different for everybody. Some people it'll be 110. Some people it might be around 130, 140.
Okay.
That nitric oxide dump workout, it won't be like the high interval hill sprint type thing. It'll be moderate. So. Okay.
That's great. I know exactly what you're feeling, that tingly thing. I totally get what you're saying on that. That's a good experience.
Yeah.
That's always nice. So, but these are great concepts. Do you have any more you want to share? Anything with that? So the tighten and tone concept, patients sometimes point to a body part, the back of their arm or, someplace their belly. Do you have any feedback about that? So when they want help with that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, tone is a goal I hear from a lot of people. They don't want to put on mass. They just want to tone up. Well, if you think about really what toning is, you're looking at your body fat. First of all, your body fat is either increasing, decreasing, or staying the same. Same thing with your muscle is either increasing, decreasing, or staying the same. So toning is really decreasing body fat and increasing muscle mass. Right. So you will try to increase muscle mass. The only way to do that, you have to stimulate it, right? You have to stimulate it in how you eat and how you move are the 2 basic things, and how you recover. Today, we're talking a lot about how we move. So you need to get some muscle stimulation. Since we're at home, a good thing to do is a lot of body weight stuff, from learning push-ups, squats. So keep it basic: squats, push-ups, lunges, and pulling. Those are 4 things, and you can just use those in a circuit. Figure out a way to push-ups, figure out a way to squat. You can do body weight squats, or you can hold something. lunges, walking lunges, in place, reverse lunges. There's all kinds of different lunges. And pull, you can grab any sort of weight and pull it like you're doing a row. I love at home like TRX straps, body weight TRX suspension system stuff. You can get rings that are even less expensive. Actually, I have some hanging in the background here.
Oh, there they are. Okay, perfect.
Bands are very inexpensive things you can hook to anything and do all kinds of muscle burn type stuff.
So we have all different levels of patients, from very young to actually, I think the oldest I've ever personally treated is 102 years old. And if I know that 102-year-old, she would be taking on all this stuff you're telling us right now. But now I'm going to say for pushes, let's say you want to do push-ups. Are there different, going from incline to knee to, what do you have any recommendations of how to graduate into from a low level push-up to a full-blown push-up? Do you have any feedback on that?
Oh yeah. I mean, you can do a push-up against the wall. So if you're angled this far, it's going to be a lot easier than if you're angled down here or if your feet are in the air, right? So
inverted. That's a good idea.
A simple way to know if it's too hard is if your head's going forward. Right? If you're pushing your head forward, it's probably too hard. And if your shoulders are coming up. So if you can keep your shoulders down, head back, and do push-up all the way through, that's what you're looking for.
Oh, that's good. That's good plan. Okay, that's good. Yeah, and that's so you can start, if you do those against the wall, then you can move maybe tabletop and maybe
countertop,
floor and inverted. It's a great idea. That's great. That's really good. Boy, these are awesome. Now, one thought is, do you run into patients, does pain ever stop them from moving, do you think? And have you run, not patients, but clients in your world, you run into much of that at all?
Oh yeah, pain's all over the place. It's a difficult subject, as in it's a big rabbit hole, right? I mean, you deal with pain. I deal with a lot of people come with pain, or they start exercising and they start developing pain, and then they come to me and they're like, I can't do these, I'm getting pain. Well, exercise isn't typically the cause of the pain. It can bring about the problem, but then you need to find the cause of it. So you do want to work around pain. It's not like I don't totally like the concept no pain, no gain. You need to pay attention to it. We need to work around it to decrease pain. So some people will have back pain, and I'll actually teach them how to deadlift, and their back pain will go away, which is the last thing they think about doing. They're like, my back. I'm doing deadlifts, and actually teaching your back to core and your hips back pain reduces or goes away. So you got to find that cause. So I love sending people to you because I get people, and I know that there's a reason they have pain, and I want to see what that reason is, that's why I like sending people to you, because then you can dive into that a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in here for a second on this one. Absolutely. Our goal is to restore bodies back to a normal, healthy state. Now, the pain is so interesting. We know that movement is the key to keeping bodies healthy. I mean, it truly is. It's one of the top things patients should do. And so pain can come in many forms, or I call it many flavors. There's physical things that interfere with the body. It's kind of like I fell down the stairs, or bad form, you're saying, let's say with trying to do squats or something, or just bad posture. All this staying at home stuff, hit the couch and don't move for a month or so. That can cause some problems. Put the body all out of alignment. That's where chiropractic jumps in. Another form of pain is sometimes chemical. Okay, so it's physical, chemical, and the chemical one can be driven by what you eat, breathe, and drink. And what we'll see there is maybe the patient finds a new favorite drink, but it's pretty sugar laden, or artificial sweeteners or something. They're wondering why their knees are killing them. And so that's what we do with our nutrition response testing part of our practice. Chelsea, who's one of our practitioners, myself, will get in there and find out why this body's that inflamed and getting all the pain. Now, when we get them out of pain, the great news is they can come back to your care and get tremendous results now, right? They can take another step forward. Correct on that one?
Correct.
Yeah, that's great. So we have physical, chemical stress on the body. The third one that we see is emotional stress. And actually, we're going to have a healthcare expert coming in talking about that, because that's a real specialty to get into that emotional end of it. And that's not our specialty. And we like to refer that one on. And we'll talk about what some options are coming up in future discussions. But so these are great. I love it. Gave me new stuff. I want to try this nitrous oxide one. I really want to go for.
Yeah.
The nitric oxide. The thing that rings my mind is it's great for cardiovascular healing. Is that does that make sense for you?
Right.
And so that is great to hear. There's a way to increase that in the body. That's like tremendous to hear that one. So that's super.
And a lot of people, we sit a lot, right? So, you hear the term sitting is the new smoking. So
yeah,
our lives are designed to sit more, which is, it's one of the worst things our bodies can be doing. A good thing I like to tell people is that I think you had a term, a time frame in one of your previous videos was how long. But I usually tell people every 50 minutes, you got to get up and move for at least 5 minutes. So for every 50 minutes, set a timer and get up and move for about 5 minutes. So you're not sitting for hours at a time, and you get some of that blood flow. Nitric oxide dump might be a good thing to do in between those times, because it's a short little interval thing that's not too difficult. I love to do it right away in the morning. It gets me rocking. So.
Oh, it is. It's better than coffee, isn't it? To get up and move right away.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Yeah.
Coffee's another rabbit hole.
So yeah, I know. Yeah, here we go on that one. That's right. Okay. So Preston, these are such great ideas, and they're very doable. What you're saying. That's I love. If patients wanted to get in touch with you to learn, learn some of these things to apply to themselves directly, how do they get in touch with you? How does that all work out?
Yeah, well, the easiest way is to shoot me an email. My email is preston@bluelifeliving.com. I got a website that's bluelifeliving.com. So my business is based off of blue zones, which there's 5 of them around the world. People are live the longest and the healthiest. So I take those concepts of it's more than just how you move. It's other concepts that go into that with how well you're going to function. So you can find me on bluelifeliving.com and shoot me an email at preston@bluelifeliving.com.
That's awesome. That's good. Hey, we got a question coming in. It says, Dr. Furlong and Preston, what is your number one tip for wellness during this quarantine time? Do you have a number one tip, do you think? How about 2? There's 3 steps I usually talk about, but anything that jumps to your mind? 1, 2, 3 steps. Anything you say, if there's most important thing, what would it be, do you think?
I would say let them know to get outside more. Get outside. Eyes see real light. Get some movement. Get into nature. There's grounding. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do within that time, that getting outside. So find different ways to get outside.
Wow, boy, that is so true on that one. I'd have to say, for my body, sugar is like suicide, and it's no fun. It seems like fun for a second, but then it's not worth it later on. But movement, just like you're saying, and I agree with you. My days off, I make sure I get outside all the time. I agree 100% with what you're saying on that one. So those are some of the top things. I'm kind of I've been fortunate. My father was a natural health care provider. I've received chiropractic adjustments my whole life. So once you get that stress off the nerve, gets the physical stress off the body. Those are great too. So, but yeah, absolutely. These are great steps with this one. So this is good. Boy, these are some great tips you have. This is awesome stuff. Anything else? Any wisdom you want to impart right now? And if we're kind of impromptu on this, so I love the data you're giving us. It's great stuff. So anything that comes to mind at this moment?
I would definitely be this is a good time to be paying attention to your nutrition. I mean, you can control it now. You're not eating out as much. You can control your nutrition, and you can experiment and try some new things. Are you eating enough protein, or maybe some fasting? How much vegetables are you eating in a day? Look at your nutrition, because you can change how a body looks and moves just by what you put in it. And it's a phenomenal tool that I have to say that when somebody feels themselves working at optimal level, it's one of the most addicting feelings. It's the best. And that's people call me crazy a lot of times. They're like, "Oh, you got to live a little, do this and that." Well, I do, but I'm telling you, I crave that high of how good I feel a lot more than I crave going out having drinks and eating junky.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm so with you too. I get the exact same thing. I always tell, I enjoy hockey, and we play in the morning, and the group says, "Hey, come on, let's go and have beers." And it's like, they're great guys, a lot of fun. I wouldn't change a thing, but my body won't do it. It's just, come on, you got to live a little. It's like, I want to be awake the rest of the day. I don't want to hurt for the rest of the week.
You want to live.
Yeah, I want to live. Yeah, so it's great stuff. So I agree with everything you said on that one. That's great.
Yeah.
So the whole thing. Let's see. One more thing. Here's one that came in, a question. It was you talked about protein, and I was just thinking about what is there a level of protein you see someone would benefit from? I mean, do you have any guidelines they might understand about that?
Yeah, I mean, it varies from where people are at, but getting optimal protein levels is one of the easiest things to do, where you see a lot of positive results from. Typically, I get people up to around 0.7 grams per pound, right?
Okay.
So, that's usually a good guideline, but I tend to stick more towards their goal. So if they're overweight and 250 pounds, I'm not going 0.7 from that. I'm going more 0.7 from where they want to be. That's
a good idea. Oh, that's a really good point to point. Yeah, not that extra 3 pounds of meat at each meal that they're going to take in. So that's a good point on that one.
Yeah.
Hey, this is great. So our virtual wellness series, the goal is, can we give our patients more information like this? Absolutely. I love that you're at Preston at bluezones.com. Did I get that right?
Preston at bluelifeliving.com.
Blue Life Living.
Yes.
Okay, they cut out right then. Preston at Blue Life Living, where they can contact you on this one. Now, our virtual wellness series will continue with other courses coming up, including the next one is all about lose the sugar, feel the love. Okay, that's Chelsea, a holistic practitioner at the clinic, who many of you know, and if you don't, you need to know her, because Chelsea's an inspiration. But she's going to be working with Susanna from Love's Ice Cream, and basically why you should lose the sugar in your life. They have some great concepts they're going to share. That's going to be this coming Saturday, May 16th at 9:30 in the morning, another live broadcast. In a week from today, we're going to work with it's body transformation. And what that means is, we don't want your health to hold you back. When you do body transformation, moving with Preston, learning these different things. It's body transformation. It'll be with Chelsea, a holistic practitioner at the clinic, and also Jackie Furlong, who's a wellness coach extraordinaire. Okay, she's extraordinary what she knows and shares. But that's going to be a whole thing about how to start making this transformation. And that's Tuesday, May 19th, so a week from today at 5 p.m. There'll be a live session with that one too. Preston, this is great. I love your input. We'd love to do this again sometime. Okay.
Great. Awesome. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, very good. Have a great night. I'm going to leave the office and go outside and get some sunshine and try the nitrous oxide moves right away for myself. So,
improve that.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Hey, nice seeing you. We're going to sign off here. Okay.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye now.